Greetings and salutations. This is Imperator Vespasian and his trusty sidekick.
Hello.
We're taking a look today at Frostgrave Soldiers 2. As you can see, the guys who do Frostgrave, the North Star, their naming convention is brilliant. Like with the shop that does games, we have the Crimson Fists and the Space Wolves and Knights Errant and all that sort of stuff and all these different things. Frostgrave have Soldiers 2, yep, which is box 2,
the sequel
of the sequel to Soldiers. In Soldiers 1, there were a load of male soldiers
dying by ghouls. So they must have won.
Yes. And here's the female soldiers coming in because all the men are dead. So the women now have to do the fighting because the men are useless. They've all got themselves killed, and now it's up to the women to get angry with a pretty decent shield, actually. That's a pretty decent shield. It would be rather heavy, though.
Yeah, and...
Shouldn't the barding be on the inside of the shield? I don't know. But it's pretty decent, and of course, there's probably... Maybe it's like a Roman shield, how they have little pouches on the inside of the shield so they could keep all their stuff. You know, so she could probably keep...
You mean a skirmish shield?
A skirmish shield, yeah. Yeah, they're useful shields. You could put your spear in it and all sorts of stuff. You don't have to carry it. Because remember, they didn't invent pockets until relatively recent times.
1992.
Yes. Why did it take us so long to invent pockets?
It's like when in Red Dwarf they got Jesus, didn't they?
Yeah, they met Jesus.
And they showed him everything. And the most amazing thing to him was, look, it has
it's
walls.
A bag.
And you can put things in this strange structure.
And carry it around with you. Yeah.
And they start selling bags for a living.
Yes.
And start making tables.
Yeah. So, Jesus, the famous bag seller of Nazareth. So, anyway, this is the Frostgrave female soldier box. Or Frostgrave Soldiers 2. That's good. Can't wait for Frostgrave Soldiers 3.
Yeah.
I don't know what it'll be in it.
I wonder what happened to these guys. You know, maybe in the box out shows what happened back.
Yeah. These look like they're sort of defending this is all ruins, isn't it?
Yeah, they seem to be attacking somewhere.
Yeah. And here's the back, and you can see on the back there's somebody and someone actually pretty decent armor with a decent weapon. That's actually nice. A lady with a crossbow. So a woman in a witch hat with a face mask. So that's very topical. She's actually wearing the face mask. It is mandated by law now, so it's good that she's wearing the face mask. I think more figures should have the opportunity to wear face masks, because of plague, the zombie plague that's going on in Frostgrave. And then an Eskimo Catwoman by the look of the face. Yes, that actually looks like a Catwoman. That's really weird. So that's that. Anyway. That is the box. Where's the figures for it? So we took the figures out beforehand. I should mention, I've been told I have to mention this, that you have these awesome bases in. And I did not know we had these bases in, so I ordered a load of bases. These bases. And I was waiting for them to come before I did the videos, before I assembled them. And they actually have bases in the box. So
everyone?
Yes, I didn't think... brain not work. Right, and I love these figures, can I just say. The Barbarians, I'll show you the Barbarians. We've done a Barbarians video, feel free to go and watch that one. It's useless, but, give watch it anyway. That's the Barbarians, where they're wearing quite scruffy clothing. And then you've got the Soldiers Box 1, where they're wearing almost as scruffy clothing, but slightly better off. But these look actually really good. These look really good. They're wearing proper snow sort of clothing. Look, see the big fur coats with the fur edging and stuff? They look really good. I like them. And I really wish the male warriors would have had the same type of coats.
Well, they're more recent design.
I know they're more recent. Maybe Soldiers 3 will be men in fur coats. And not barbarian fur coats where it looks like they just...
Soldiers 4
they just killed a
women
bear.
In them.
Yeah. Women wearing normal clothing. Yeah. But given that our Frostgrave game is going to be based in snow, we're going to be based in snow and all battles are going to be in snow, it's going to look really good, and it's good that we actually have figures who are dressed in proper cold weather gear. Because you can't do Romans in snow, can you?
No.
Because they're all walking around in a skirt, whereas Romans in the north wore trousers because it was cold in the north. So I like the figures. So they're all a lot slimmer than the usual male figures. Actually, they're quite reminiscent of the female wizards. But the female wizards are wearing clothing more like the male box. Whereas these are wearing sort of stylized Eskimo type, sort of northern. So you imagine Icelandic Vikings, the sort of thing that they wore. So they don't entirely match. The two different boxes, male and female soldiers, don't entirely match period-wise or clothing-wise. It might be better to get another box where the men are wearing this sort of gear, and as you said, a box where the women are wearing other gear. But, but they are quite nice. They've done the folds really well, a bit better than the barbarians, who just look like they're wearing it's just straight clothing on the barbarians, whereas these you actually have a bit more movement to it, and when you're painting them, I've discovered it actually is a lot easier to put the creases in and stuff, because you can just paint down the lines instead of making it up, which you had to do with the barbarians. They're all in black, so I can't tell, can you? You see the folds aren't as defined in that, whereas it's a lot more defined in that. It's only a slight point. Most people don't bother. They just paint their figures red or green or whatever. But I take a long time painting a figure when I'm bored, and boy have I been bored this last month. So much so we've built loads of samurai buildings and a Viking hall. So anyway, that's the figures. What should we do next? Heads?
Yeah.
Heads. These are the heads. That's the weird witch hat. That's actually she reminds me of the girl out of Immortal Engines.
Oh,
the red head. Then we have the same woolly hat wearing person from the other box. Then we have the elf helmet and just a normal helmet. That's sort of Mongolian, North Chinese sort of head. Then we have the snow hat and another snow hat there, and then the sort of, what's that, Princess Leia type of hairstyle. And then the step warrior at the top there. That's quite a good collection of heads. What else do we got? Weapons. You got 2 bows, 1 crossbow, and again we have the awesome equipment. I'm loving the equipment. The equipment's really good. So we've got the equipment there, which is going to be very useful because adventurers are going to need to carry all the swag that they steal from the goblins, aren't they?
Yeah, mainly it's rope.
Mainly rope. Rope's the most important thing. Then you've got a nice little dagger, a burning brand, which is great for setting fire to your own house, or maybe the guy walking next to you. Absolutely brilliant. Your flame in real life will be in that, which is a little sort of chamber to put your light in, which is very nice. And also with the female box, which you don't get with any of the other boxes, you get that, which is a
cloak.
Quite a nice little cloak, which actually fits on any of the figures. Sometimes cloaks with figures only fit one, like the officer or something. I have used that cloak on several figures because I've sort of, it's a multi-purpose cloak, which fits the male figures just as well as the female. Then we have the shield, which is, I can't just complain.
Oh, God.
That shield is not that shield. It's not the same shield. I am most offended at that.
Is that crime?
Probably not. You're not going to notice anyway. Anyway, so you get 2 types of shield. So as you said before, not a huge amount of shields going on in this game. No. So these are the sort of people who either sneak and try and avoid combat,
or depend on their agility.
Get out of the way as quickly as possible. We've got some nice swords, and then we've got a nice little spear there. And only one two-handed weapon for the female warriors. That's that one there, the two-handed axe, which is useful. Is that two-handed?
Yeah, it could be.
That might be two-handed. It's just a long axe. You don't need to use that two-handed.
Battle axe.
I suppose it could be a battle axe. Don't know. Viewer, let us know if it's a battle axe. So that's that. It's quite a decent collection of figures. And here is one. If it will focus, it doesn't want to focus. No, not interested in focusing. Hello. Hello, there she is. That's the first figure that I've done for the female warrior. She's carrying a lantern and she's adventuring. And she's got her little snow coat on and lots of clothing underneath because it's freezing cold up in north. It's freezing cold in summer in north, to be honest. Yeah. So there it is. Although the shield scabbard, you get no scabbards in the box. But all gamers across the world have a huge amount of spare scabbards from the Gripping Beast Vikings and Gripping Beast Saxons. Because you get so many swords and scabbards in that box that you will never run out. Same with shields. You get twice the amount of shields that you actually need for some reason. So you have enough stuff to go around. It will not focus on this figure. Maybe it doesn't like the white.
Yeah.
There it is. It's quite a nice little figure. Not based yet because I didn't know about the bases.
No, you didn't.
I didn't.
You didn't look in the box.
Didn't look in the box. Just picked one sprue out and played with it. Didn't actually empty the box out to find out there were bases in the box. So as you can see, she's not based. The other guy I've done isn't based. I feel like an idiot. I'm not that bright, to be honest. I'm sorry.
I'll leave you on the house on your own, honestly.
No, you can't. I'll burn it down. Pardon me. So that's it. That's the end of the video. What do you think of them?
Pretty good, aren't they?
I like them. I like them. I'd say I like the female figures better than the male ones because the male ones look a little bit too like the barbarians. Honestly, they really do look like the barbarians.
The only thing that really defines them.
And the female figures look a lot more like they're stylized to a particular region, and the male warriors look like they're just wearing standard adventurer gear. And you couldn't, other than painting them all blue, you know, like they all have a blue cloak or something, you're not going to be able to tell the difference. Where it would look a bit weird painting these in two separate colour schemes because they wouldn't really match because they're wearing the same clothing. But that's my only slight gripe, not a big gripe. It's actually the Frostgrave Soldiers Box 2 is better than the Frostgrave Soldiers Box 1.
Yeah.
And although you're probably getting, but you're best getting Frostgrave Soldiers Box 2 rather than the Barbarians.
Pretty much.
Yeah. That's about it. That's it. So that's the end of my musings on this subject. Over to you.
If you enjoyed the video, please do like and subscribe and comment down below what you think of the Frostgrave Soldiers 2. That's everything from me.
And everything from him. Goodbye.
See ya.